Hey guys, welcome back. Good evening. So today is Sunday, 28th Jan 2024. So yeah, again I missed out on coding yesterday. Had ran into some issues with some gadgets that I own. So yeah, and that bothered me. So quite an expensive gadget sort of broke. So yeah, that got me bothered and I just didn't, write any code. I realized that it is stretching out my timeline, so I have to get back to it. And here I am. So I'll be continuing with the last two questions in the bit manipulation module based on strings. So extracting numbers and failed students attend. So once I'm done with the questions, I'll let you know how it was and how difficult it was and what concepts you really need to understand in order to tackle these questions. So that's about it. See you guys in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. So, quick update. The first question was again based on strings, wherein you'll have to have a good understanding of using ASCII values. And yeah, I think basically if you're able to use ASCII values and if you're coding in Java, then you should know how to use array list methods of the array list. So that is about it. It was a bit the first question wherein I had to use ASCII values. That took a bit of time because I was not that comfortable with array lists yet, right? I mean, even on the sharpness curriculum, I necessarily didn't we didn't specifically have a lot of problems just on array lists because I think the logic is the same, be it array list, right? There's a slight difference, so I guess that's why they just introduced the concept. But yeah, and they've used it in the problems, right? So, but yeah, not compared to how for loop questions were solved or array questions were solved. We didn't have array list specific questions, and I guess looking back, right, at how the curriculum is designed, I think it also makes sense, right? There isn't that much of a difference. Anyone should be able to figure out how to use the methods of the array list to get the answer. So it isn't that hard. So that was about the first question. And the next question, which is the last question of the bit manipulation module, again based on they had given a hint, right, that you have to use a two-pointer approach. I didn't actually, I've heard of the two-pointer approach, but I, solved it slightly differently. Even for the first question of the day, the one where I had to use ASCII values, right? I had a bit of a long-winded, my approach was a bit lengthier in terms of the number of lines of code, I guess. But surprisingly, I mean, on Sharpener, they solved it in O of n square time complexity, if I'm not wrong, and I solved it in O of n, right? I think, I don't know. Even I was a bit surprised that my brain was naturally able to go to the O of n approach, and somehow I figured it out. Actually, felt happy because the Sharpener's approach, I'm still, I mean, they did it in O of n square, but yeah, I mean, I did it slightly differently. Either ways, we came out at the same, we came out, and I didn't use any extra space. I was happy with that as well. So I think by nature, having solved this small number of problems itself, I feel like, slowly I'm starting to think in terms of code and I'm able to figure out things slightly faster. The first question took roughly an hour to actually figure out. And the last question, even I was surprised when they said two pointer, what they meant was different, but I solved it slightly differently and it was over in 15 minutes, right? And yeah, I think I'm discovering slightly new ways to solve problems that I haven't thought of before, and that actually makes me happier. So that I'm able to figure it out. And yeah, I actually completed both the questions. Didn't use any hints during the questions. So let's just see. We'll be on to the next module, reloading the page. Yeah. we are on the FAANG ground zero. So if I click on unlock assignment, okay, I have to get plus. Right, okay, fine. I'll get the plus and you know, I'll show you how the FAANG zero simulator round is. So that's basically from, if I'm, since I moved from Sharpener for college graduates to Sharpener for college, I think FAANG DSA round is just, going to be the same as DSA exams, right? I mean, they're just named differently in Sharpener for for college graduates, and in Sharpener for college students, they've just named it FAANG Round Zero Simulators. Also, I think I've mentioned it earlier. If you are someone who has graduated after 4,000 points, you have to sign the ISA. You cannot really move forward a lot. In basically 14 days, whatever you get to do, that is it, right? So in 14 days, if you're able to complete the entire DSA, great. But whatever happens beyond the 14 days, you have to sign the ISA and you cannot move ahead in the curriculum. And given my previous history of dropping things in the middle, right, it made a lot more sense. Even though I'm very much I'm completely determined on finishing this entire curriculum as swiftly as possible while also gaining an in-depth understanding of all the concepts. I don't want to rush through things. So that is the goal, which is why I thought, if I'm someone who's going to take a little more time, I just want to make sure that I'm not stressed about the fact that I've signed the ISA already, right? So this actually makes a lot more sense. So once I'm done with, the entire curriculum and once I do with the web dev, then I'll move to backend. And once I'm completed with backend placement will start. So that is my goal, right? So, and if once I get successfully placed after the backend, then I'll again continue with the front end development with React.js and eventually get into full stack. That is essentially the entire goal here. And yeah, from my understanding, I don't really have to sign the ISA until I reach the backend placement module right here. So I think this is great, right? It works out for me also, and even for Sharpener, it's fine. They are not too worried. If I have signed an ISA, there is stress. Even I'm stressed mentally in my mind that okay, I have signed an ISA, and even if I drop, if anyone, right, due to some unforeseen situation has to drop out in between, right, they have to pay some sort of a fee because you have learned in Sharpener's curriculum, right, and you have learned irrespective of whether you've learned a little or more. You have used the services, and if you have used the services of anyone or anything, you have to pay for it. Simple. So, and yeah, going for the Sharpener for college route completely, removes that portion. So I can go at my pace. And yeah, once I'm done, Sharpener once before the backend before actually helping me with placement, Sharpener will still make me sign an ISA. But at that point, I've actually completed the entire curriculum and I know exactly what is in store, right? I know exactly what the curriculum is, what projects I've done. I'm pretty much solid with everything. So the confidence will be a lot higher for me on a personal level. But on the flip side, and if you go for Sharpener for college grads, I mean, you have the benefit of having more mock interviews and more, you get more mock interviews and more DSA tests. So maybe more projects. I couldn't check that. I'll have to go back. I guess if I can go back through one of the first videos, I think I scrolled through the entire curriculum when I was in Sharpener for college graduates. So yeah, I don't think I don't entirely think there'll be additional projects in the web development module, but there were certainly more mock tests, right? More mock tests and more mock interviews. So not mock tests, more interviews and FAANG and DSA tests, right? So that is the benefit. That's about it. So cool. So I'll get the Plus membership and we'll get started on the FAANG Ground Zero simulator and I'll do this tomorrow. So superb. I think I'm pretty much golden here for the day. So this is the pace I'm going at, right? See, I'm missing out nowadays. Now it's come to almost every alternate day, but I'll bring it back to every day, right? I'll make sure to practice every day. And yeah, because I'm uploading these videos on YouTube, I hope it helps someone as well. So you know exactly what is in store for you. And as always, yeah, thank you for watching the video. No matter how long you watched it, if anyone has watched till the end, do leave a like, right? So that I know that you watched till the end, or you can even comment and say you watched till the end, right? Cool. And yeah, if you have any friends or relatives looking to get into web development, do share them these videos, or do share them a link to the channel so that they can look at the content, get an understanding of the content. You can understand why I can't show you all the questions, right? For obvious reasons, but yeah, you can at least get an understanding of the content and how Sharpness curriculum is, and feel free to make your own decisions on whether this would be the right platform for you. My suggestion is certainly it's the best platform that I have come across, but yeah, everyone is entitled to their own opinions, and that's about it. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching the video, and see you in the next one.